Now I'd like to introduce you to Julie Waterhouse. She's a fine art photographer who constantly strives to reveal the extraordinary of the ordinary, and I've been wanting to take a course from her for some time, and I think this year's the year. She resides in Miami, wouldn't that be lovely? Wishful thinking on leaving for Mexico next Friday. Markham, just a short drive from the local farmland and woods she loves to photograph. Her current work is focused on two themes. The first is Ontario farmland. She grew up in a rural area outside Ottawa and feels very much at home in that environment. She has recently combined her enjoyment of rural landscapes with a new interest in night photography. Julie is also an enthusiastic macro photographer with a special fondness of flowers. This reflects the love of details that pervades all aspects of her life. Julie also a photographer instructor and is passionate about sharing her love of photography through teaching classroom and field workshops, as well as one-on-one coaching. She is the author and photographer behind the Ultimate Photo Tips website, through which she reaches a worldwide audience of photo enthusiasts. Julie has taken photographic courses and workshops from Freeman Patterson, Tony Sweet, Richard Martin, John Paul Caponigro, and Lance Koenig. Julie's photography has won numerous awards, and her prints have been exhibited internationally. And you will find on the back, you will find Julie's information and handouts and a sign up for, you'll talk about that as well. So I'd like to welcome Julie Waterhouse.
Just going to switch presentations here. Can I close?
Yeah, you can.
All right, well, I am absolutely thrilled and delighted to be here tonight. I'm so excited that there's finally a group like this in Markham. It's been long overdue. So thanks to Gail and to Ivan and Dominic for organizing this. And thanks to Gail for reaching out to me and including me to participate and to come and speak here tonight. So I'm very excited. All right. So you might be wondering, who am I? Well, Gail gave you some introduction to me, so thank you for that. That will shorten what I need to say. But I do want to give you some idea. I'm a fine art photographer and a photography instructor, as Gail said. So I teach workshops throughout the year all around the GTA, but a lot of them are concentrated up in this corner of the world because I am a Markham girl, not a Miami girl. So tonight what I want to do with the time I have is really try to introduce myself to you through my photography a little bit. We haven't seen many pictures tonight. This is a photography group, so I'm going to show some of my photography so you can get to know me and what I like to shoot. And I also want to throw in a few things tonight for you guys to get you kind of inspired and excited and make you want to go home, grab your camera, and try some new things. So I'm going to start with some of my photography. These different things I'm interested in that Gail mentioned. The first one is rural Ontario. And the pictures I'm showing now are all areas that are around the city where I do my workshops. So this one was taken up in Uxbridge, not too far from here, as was this one. There's a beautiful chunk of farmland just around Stouffville, but further east. That's really lovely. And then this one I took on a workshop I did in the spring in the King City area at a beautiful apple orchard. That was on one of my workshops too. And then this one was, it's an HDR image that I did at a photo retreat up in the Kawarthas in the fall. And then night photography. Gail mentioned that I love night photography, and that's an interest I've developed over the past couple of years. I just love it. It's so much fun. And I like to kind of capture the same kinds of things that I photograph during the day. So, the great outdoors. I'm not really a city girl at all. I'm more a country girl. So I don't do the city lights. I do the real starlight. This one was done in a very similar area to where I did that first misty tree shot in Uxbridge. And then the next two, this one and the next one, were taken up at a dark sky preserve that's a couple of hours north of here, where I do my night photography workshops. It's a beautiful spot, day and night. Even though it is a dark sky preserve, you can see some of the light pollution. I guess that's everywhere now. But it's a great spot, and you can really see the Milky Way and all the stars. And then the last thing she mentioned was my macro photography. And yeah, I'm a real sucker for flowers, and I love to do close-ups. So this is an orchid, and you can tell by some of my macro pictures that I like to do sort of selective focus and really shallow depth of field. That's my thing. So I do want to mention to you, I have a workshop coming up to teach close-up photography. It's right here in Markham on February 2nd, Saturday, February 2nd. It's going to be, it sounds like an odd place, but it's going to be at the Markham Go Station. They have a beautiful room there that I rent out. It's got big windows with lots of natural light, and it's quite a nice place. So that's my most popular workshop. Sells out every time. So if you're interested, I have a couple spots left, and that's coming up really soon. All right, I love quotes, so I'm going to throw this one out. I want to share with you a project that I did that I finished last year, and I'm going to tell you about it because I'm hoping that I can encourage some of you to try one, and that's a 365 project. That means taking a photograph every day for a year. I don't know if it sounds hard or if it sounds easy. It's not easy. Some days it's really easy to take a picture, and then other days, of course, it's not. And you're not somewhere incredibly beautiful and inspiring all the time. I work from home a lot, and some days I'm just at home. And so that's where this quote comes in. DeWitt Jones is a National Geographic photographer who talks a lot about creativity. And I was forced through this project to start to find extraordinary images in the ordinary things around me. And this project pushed me like nothing else has, so I really encourage you to do that. I'm going to share some of the pictures I took with you of ordinary things that I found that I photographed for my 365. And this is just a garden variety egg. But it's glowing this color because I put a flashlight behind it. All right. Anybody want to hazard a guess as to what this is? A who? A
toothbrush?
No. A fork? No.
Barbecue.
All right. In the interest of sticking to my time slot, I'm going to help you out here. You know those Ziploc food storage containers with the blue lids? It's a stack of blue lids with my macro lens. All right, and this is just where the water meets the sand at the beach. I love photographing water, no matter where it is. This is in my bathroom sink. Okay, just going down the drain. Again, you're at home, you got to take your picture for the day, so what are you going to take? There's a little mini project for you. Go home, grab your camera, 20 pictures in the bathroom. Okay? It sounds really odd, but there's nothing to push you more than going somewhere where you think there's no pictures. This is my shower curtain and the floor of my shower. The lens fogged up for this one. This is a melting ice cube. All right. Anybody want to hazard a guess on this one?
Dish soap?
Oh, very good. Yes. Palmolive dish soap. Somebody does the dishes over here. Good for you. And this is 2 drinking glasses, just looking straight down. So, very ordinary objects that you can find in your house, and it's your creative challenge is to bring something out of them, make them look like something else.